Former UMNO mouthpiece Utusan Malaysia could stop publishing as early as this Wednesday, citing Utusan employee Taufik Razak, who's also vice president of the National Union of Journalists. Media reports say the Utusan Group has run out of funds to pay its staff, who will be working until publication ceases in 2 days' time, with closure imminent in the coming weeks if it still fails to sell off its assets. The same reportedly applies to its sister publications, Mingguan Malaysia, Cosmo and Cosmo Ahad. Taufik is said to have learned of this following a meeting between NUJ representatives and Utusan's executive chairman Dato' Abdul Aziz Sheikh Fadzeh this morning. He also reportedly claimed that the reason why Utusan has been struggling to sell off its assets is because most of the buildings it owns do not have a certificate of fitness. The PN17 company is said to owe its employees up to 3 months' salary and has yet to pay severance to workers who opted for VSS. Nearly a quarter of Malaysia's civil servants are apparently willing to accept bribes if they were in the position of power. Citing a survey conducted by the MACC, Chief Commissioner Latifah Koya says 22.1% of the respondents admitted that they would be open to having their palms greased. The data compiled from 2014 until June this year also shows that nearly half, or 46.3% out of the 4,860 individuals arrested for corruption, were from the civil service, especially the procurement sector. More alarming, says Latifah, is the fact that half, or 53.4% out of those detained, were aged 40 and below. She says this needs to be tackled duly in order to eliminate graft offences in the civil service. The MACC chief also wants all politicians who have access to public funds to declare their assets in an effort to prevent corruption. She says this includes MPs, state excos, state assemblymen and local councillors. Prasarana Malaysia believes it is on track to deliver annual revenue of between 800 million and 900 million ringgit in FY19, while narrowing losses to achieve positive EBITDA by 2021. Its President and Chief Executive Officer, Datuk Muhammad Hazlan Muhammad Hussein, says the company has so far halved losses incurred in the past financial year thanks to cost optimization initiatives. He says costs are well contained and the ridership figures are on the way up. In the first half of 2019, Prasarana cut costs by 248.7 million ringgit, exceeding its target of 208.4 million from initiatives including optimization of maintenance, routes and electricity use. In terms of ridership, Rapid Rail grew 10% year-on-year to 112.7 million. Meanwhile, Rapid Ferry's ridership surged by 233% to 700,000. In contrast, Rapid Bus saw a 10% decline to 81.3 million. Datin Sri Rosmah Mansor is seeking RM500 million in security costs from Global Royalty Trading. This is with regard to the Lebanese jeweller's suit against her over 44 pieces of jewellery worth over 60 million ringgit that was sent to her before GE14. While Rosmah had acknowledged receiving the items, she contended that the jewellery was no longer in her custody as it was seized during a police raid last year. Her lawyer, Datuk Geethan Ram Vincent, said today the security cost is aimed at ensuring that Global Royalty Trading pays up if it loses the suit. The application was filed last Friday, along with another for an independent jeweller to assess 4 out of the 44 pieces of jewellery. The court has fixed September 11th to hear both applications. Johor-based Amtech Group is aiming to list on Bursa Malaysia's ACE market on September 25, 2019, with an issue price of 53 cents a share. The printing and materials converting specialist is expecting to raise 72.3 million ringgit from the IPO. 33 million ringgit or 45.6% of the IPO's proceeds will be used to buy 10 acres of land in Senai Otterbrau for the construction of its new manufacturing plant. It is looking at a built-up area of about 200,000 square feet. Another 13 million ringgit or 18% of the IPO proceeds will be used as capex to buy 11 new machines, which will almost double the annual production of its label and stickers to 636.8 million pieces by 2023. Group Managing Director Chow Kam Siang says Amtech also plans to introduce digital press printing in addition to its existing letterpress printing and thermal transfer printing to boost its service offering. 10 million ringgit will be used to repay bank borrowings, 12.5 million ringgit will be for working capital, and 3.8 million ringgit will be used to defray listing expenses. Upon listing, the group will have a market cap of 361.3 million ringgit.